Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're going to begin. I hope you had a good day. Crypto is life. How's everybody feeling out there? Hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Is that using the right mic? I hope so. It's just always something. 7 minutes to countdown. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me. And then as the time, welcome to the Crypto Lover Show, baby. Sorry, I got that mic a little overmodulated. 7 more minutes. This is my favorite track. Lay back and listen to this track. This track is hot. Puts you in a good mood. Makes you think about your life. This track always puts me in a good mood. That's why I play it for y'all. Let's go. Your life is just getting started. The opportunities are just coming. Crypto is just beginning. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Can't you feel the love? Can't you feel the energy? We're going to take you to a new level on this live stream. You're going to start your Saturday off right at 10 a.m. in the East Coast of United States, baby. And shout out to the West Coast up at 7 a.m. for the lifer. God bless my lifers. I guess it's 12 o'clock actually, right? 12 a.m., sorry. I'm on jet lag. I don't even know where I'm at. Give me a break. I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. I bought 84K. I told you I bought the bottom. People think it's not the bottom. I call the bottom every time. I told you I bought 160K worth of Bitcoin. I told you. They don't hear me though. They don't hear me though. Racks on racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on semi-made racks at Dubai. You saw me in the commentary at Karate Combat last night. I was in my element, baby. Shabby, cup and hattie, all the way to the upside. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. This is not a game, says Paul Wood. Amen. F and G at 10, baby. I love you, Billy. My man. I can't wait to see you. Only one way to 120K, and that's all the way to Valhalla, baby. Let's go. Let's go. TJ in the house. It's not a game. No, it's not, baby. Life or bot. F and G at 10. Fear and greed at 10, baby. And you had to buy that fear and the greed. I don't buy the greed, I sold the greed. Buy the fear.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you,
And if you're just coming in, I gotta tell you, this is one of the hottest, most energetic live streams I've ever been a part of, and I know it is, baby. I keep the energy high, I keep the vibes high, I keep the gains coming. Get ready, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna teach you something. You're gonna learn something too as far as feeling good about yourself. You're gonna leave the stream feeling better about yourself because you're gonna know more than you started when you got here. I'm gonna show you the way, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Can I tell you that? I mean, what a song, huh? What a song. Live from Dubai, I'm staring at the Burj Khalifa. Tomorrow I go to the top. I'm going to take you guys to the top. Only I can do that. I'm going to live stream from the top of the Burj Khalifa tomorrow and give you guys an experience of your lifetime. So thumbs up if you want to see a live stream from the Burj Khalifa tomorrow. I think we can pull it off and get it done. If anyone can do it, I can do it, baby. The first YouTube live stream from the top of the Burj Khalifa in crypto. You never know, baby. You never know. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Is it on? I hope so. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you here at these crucial times for Bitcoin. And what's going down? Are we going up, going down? What's happening today for BTC? Nice little reversal for Bitcoin, but is it going to hold? Things look a little sketchy. We're at 96,338. Let's take a look at BTC live from the Weeks streaming studios here in Dubai. Now, I called out this bullish div here on the Stochastics RSI to my entire team, and we did get a nice little bounce here for Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin did bounce for the last 3 hours off of that bullish divergence. Is it sustainable, or is it a lower low? Are we going lower on the bigger time frames? What happened on the daily close yesterday? We're going to break it down for you and show you what that means, what could happen, what levels to watch, and what's going on. Right now, I want to take a look at this. Bounce, resistance. You can clearly see a support there is now a resistance, 96,350, having a little bit of a trouble getting back above that area. Remember, I sold that local top, got into a little scalp. I did lose like $300, or I think I was in for 1,000 for 3,000 last night. I just didn't like the trade, cut it off for 370. It's my biggest loss of the entire trip was $370. I still got the Ethereum trade open, I do believe. That ETH trade I never closed. It's up 265. At one point it was up $500, but I haven't traded ETH in a long time. I'm going like $2,000 for $8,000 on this ETH trade, and I'm going to hold till I make the money or I don't. It is what it is. So that ETH trade's been open now for probably about six days now. All right, and it's not a huge trade, $14,000 trade there, $1,600 in at about 9x leverage. Go smaller on the smaller coins. We're above the 200 MA. I could still see this making a beautiful flag and continuing to the upside. 21 crossing. We're going to break all that down and have some fun like we do every single day. First thing I want to take a look at is that monthly candle close, which was a couple days ago, and I didn't get a chance to do it because it was 4 in the morning for me, everybody, and I did the best I could with the updates throughout this time being here in Dubai. It hasn't been easy. I've been doing everything I can to keep you guys up to date, and I've done pretty dang good, but we made gains. I made gains. So if I made gains and off some simple trades, I felt they were pretty simple. I gave the stop loss, I gave the entry, and you couldn't be greedy. If we were up big, you had to take profits. And shout out to anyone that took profits with me, man. And I made gains while I was at the convention. And I wrote to my group, I said, if I can make gains on jet lag, unable to, lose, I'm on 4 hours. I fall asleep at 5 a.m. every night. And then I get a knock from Jamie about 9 in the morning. I'm already up 9:30. And then we go to breakfast, start our day. Today we had meetings. We had to have meetings. People were taking us to lunch, taking us to dinner. I'm telling you, everyone wants in on the life right now. I haven't had to pay for a dinner. A couple dinners I paid for, but I really wouldn't have had to. People are taking me out left and right. And to all the people that did take me to dinner, I don't want to be rude. Thank you so much. It's been very nice. But unbelievable. I fly to one of the richest cities in the world. I get flown here, and then people take me to dinner the whole time. Give me tickets to events and hook me up. This has been a godsend experience for me. I can see the Burj Khalifa right there in front of me. I'm in the heart of downtown Dubai right now. I leave tomorrow night. I fly out at 2 a.m. I get to the airport about 11, and this trip comes to a beautiful end. But hey, nothing lasts forever, but this trip will be remembered for the rest of my life, man. And me and Jamie really broke bread. We hung out. We got down to business. God bless my whole team. Let's take a look here at the monthly candle close, and that's how we're going to have some closure here into the rest of the night and see kind of where we're going and what's happening. But we got to zoom out to zoom in. You just got to. So let's take a look. 90. The low on this month was 74,505. You could have got a $74,000 Bitcoin, and it's sitting here at 96,000. But you would have gall. When it dipped down there, most people, it's going lower, 50K, 60K, and they would not buy. But you know what they're going to do? That did not buy 74K? You know what they're going to buy, right? They're not going to buy 97. They're not even going to buy 99. They may not even buy 101. They're going to be buying 103, 102, and 107 at the highs. Then it's going to tank down to 94, 99 again, and they're going to be down and out, and they're going to sell. They're going to sell who? To me. And I'm going to buy again at the next low. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep accumulating their stop losses. I can teach you how to be me if you want, or you could be them. I don't know who you want to be, but hey, you might want to be me because I'm always on time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And let's take a look at the monthly candle close here as we kind of hone in. If the music is too loud, let me know. Oh, we don't have the music on. I never even had the music on this whole time. I can't believe that. See, this is what happens when you travel. Okay. No. Someone says the worst.
If we're talking about a theory of everything, the first question
Hold on, yeah. And, I'll shut down BookMap. You never know. I'll show you BookMap, and then I'll shut it down. It does take a lot of, BookMap suggests that we could go either way. There is liquidity down to 94 and liquidity 98. It's the weekend, low volume trading. Whoever left their stop losses on for the week is sitting there. That's really what you're going to see. It suggests we could go higher. There's deep red at 98,000, but also on the low. All right, now I'm going to just leave BookMap for now. Just maybe I could save some bandwidth here on the stream. Yeah. All right, moving forward. This should connect. If there's a lag, just reset, and you should be back up and running. Everyone has been complaining about the internet here in Dubai. It's not as good as it is in New York and Massachusetts, Boston, Florida. I don't know what's happening here. So we opened at 82,544. The high was 95,790. The low was 74,505, and the candle closed at 94,181, right? Up $11,637 for Bitcoin. All right, so that's the first thing that I see happening for BTC right here, right off the bat, okay? That's a beautiful monthly close. And the next monthly opened right above it and continues to pump. So right now, I mean, it suggests that the monthly is going to close. And you have a golden cross. I mean, that's about to cross on the stochastics. The last time the monthly turned like that and we were about to get across, I'm going to put a blue line like there. We're going to see exactly what happened to price action. But it was the beginning of the last monster leg up. And that leg up continued all the way from the breakout on December 1st. So the last time the monthly had a cross like this, you see where the blue line was going to cross the red line, we went on a multi-month tear. We went from December 1st from the bottom at 15, it called the bottom number one, just like this called the bottom here, you see? Very likely this is a bottom. Big moves coming for the monthly. That is a bull flag that is broken out on the monthly, in case you didn't know what a bull flag is. And your whole measured move really on the monthly, because it's a big time frame that expands multiple timings and weeks on end, that gets you to about 179,155 for Bitcoin. All right, and that's the key level that we're going to be looking for BTC. And if we can get all the way up to about 179, I mean, that's insane, but that's what this is saying. And that will take us somewhere to December 1st, and we're at 180K. We're about to go on a 6-month tear. They're going to cut the rates. Things are going to get crazy, and we're going to start getting a massive pump here to the upside. Excellent connection. Have no stress if you made it through. Refresh if you're having a problem, and everything is good. Yeah. Wow, 82 kilo feels like a long time. I went out and came back in. Amen. Yeah. AOL is making a comeback. I know, right? Is the music too loud or too soft? Let me know. Okay, so the monthly looks absolutely beautiful, Bitcoin. And another thing I'm going to show you that's going to get you going is my ascending cup and handle, right? And you already saw the cup and handle here. Again, we can also do something else for you here. Sammy cup and handy. Ready? Actually, I'll do this cup first. But that's clearly a cup and handle. We've talked about this many times on the monthly, right? And look at that. I mean, and that suggests another bigger move too. That cup and handle wants 131K. So, I mean, you can see it. There's a parabolic run here. Now also get a trend going. I mean, that's a trend. The trend is your friend. And look how steep the trend is. That's a parabolic trend. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin goes parabolic. It's looking like, I mean, that's the definition of a parabola right there. The stochastic's ready to turn. I like what I'm seeing. I'd buy more Bitcoin right now. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to. I think that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to buy some more Bitcoin. What do you say? It's a good day, right? I think this is one of my last chances to buy below 100K. A couple weeks from now, I'm not going to be able to get this $96,000 price as far as that's what the charts are telling me on the big time frames. So I'm gonna bounce on into my spot account here on weeks. You know, I use weeks sometimes. I may not have to be futures trading that day. I may be light with my family at the park. That doesn't mean I don't partake of the market. And look, I'm sitting here. I'm gonna grab myself a nice a little, what? 45, yeah, I'll make it $5,000 of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I buy $5,000 more of BTC. Like a boss. You know what I mean? I'm not playing with you people. Let's go. You think I'm playing around? You think I do this? You think this is a joke? 5,000 Bitcoin? You think what if I bought 5,000? I don't have 5,000. That's crazy, right? Funny. No, it would be like, oh yeah. Here we go. There we go. I'll bring that to about $5,100 Bitcoin. I'll buy that top price right there. I limit in. And that's a 0.0. You know how many people will never own 0.05 Bitcoin? They just won't do it. And I'll let that sit. We'll come back to it, make sure, we got filled. That's how you buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin on the low. All right. All right. So moving forward. Now that's just a stash for long-term holds. Maybe we go to 90K, 80K. It doesn't matter to me. It's $5,000. You know what I mean? It will be down like a couple $100 at one point. Music is too loud, Sam. Make it louder. I love that. I love you, Tony. A lot of people I know just went all in on Bitcoin. One sold everything and put his life savings in. I agree with him. He'll be rich. Bitcoin all the way. 133K, even more. I'm stacking when people are fearful, man. I'm stacking when people are acting funny. I know that's the time to get busy, bro. That's been rewarded me every single time. So I gave you this monster move for Bitcoin. You can see one level there to 133. Next level takes us to 180K. And Bitcoin loves to hit its measured moves on the cup and handles. Like, they just play out over time, man. So anyway, I see big moves for Bitcoin. You can take a picture of this if you want. Hold it down. Let me actually take a picture of this for yourself. Take a screenshot of that. So you have it. You know what I mean? I'll take a screenshot myself, and I'll post it to the group. Just so it's there. It's documented that we have that long-term analysis there. Okay? Thank you, Shano. We love you, brother. Appreciate your messages, Sean. So just, bigger targets, I'll call it. And shout out to everybody here on the live. Really, really appreciate you guys coming on in here. 1,095 beautiful souls, 385 likes. Unbelievable. This is awesome. Live from Dubai, man. Last night, I wasn't even going to go to Karate Crypto. It started at like 8 or 9. Then it was 10. Then it was 11. Next thing you know, I was at a dinner that took so long. Like, they didn't ask me for dessert. Here, they don't ask you for dessert. Like, I'm waiting for the waiter to ask me for dessert. You have to, call them over or something? So I sat there. See, Americans will think it's bad service. They're just giving you time. Like, they don't kick you out of the restaurant. You can sit there all day. Americans, they're trying to flip a table. They're like, come on, man. Get your dessert and get on out of here. It's a way more laid-back lifestyle out here, okay? Anyway, so I thought I was going to miss Karate Combat. At the last second, I decided I'm going to take a cab there just to see, the last fight. Next thing you know, the owner of Karate Crypto comes out, brings me in himself, one of the nicest men I've ever met, super nice dude. Then Scott, who runs the whole thing, Action came in, and they said, Sam, we want you to commentate and get in here. We listened to your show. We know all about you. They knew about my show, knew about my dad, knew about my mom. People know my story, man, all around the world. Around the world, people know me. I'm in Dubai. They're like, get on in here. They gave me the headphones. It was a trip. It was surreal. And then I worked with Boss Rutan on Kevin Can Wait, and I say hi to Boss. He shakes my hand. I was like, Boss, I got to get a picture for old times. It was literally I have to admit, I felt a little like a celebrity last night. Just a little bit. Just a bit. I won't let it get to my head, all right? I'll go clean toilets when I get home from my wife. Oh, man. But God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. And I couldn't have been here without you. I wouldn't have been on that panel last night with the headphones on in front of everyone without you guys showing up to my stream every day. I know who got me out here. I know who made me famous. It's you, each and every one of you. You guys put me on the map. And I would be nowhere without my community. I'd be nowhere without my team. I'd be nowhere without my wife, the Crypto Billies. Every single one of you, the Dave Angels, the Honda Mans, the Jennifer Moffitt, Michael Beard, all of you people that support me. Vegas Claw and your jokes. I love you. I was thinking about you this morning. Sam's the type of guy to comb his hair before he combs his hair. And I was like, there he is. Anyway, let's talk about BTC. I just bought 96,300. Did I buy the bottom? I very well may have. I tend to do it. Let's see what happens here for Bitcoin. So we're going to look at the weekly chart now. And we're going to talk about how the weekly looks really nice. And it's touching the 21. When the weekly gets above, see, the weekly struggles. It struggles. Look, I'm going to teach you something. The weekly struggles here. It gets above the 21. Look what happens after that. It never goes below the 21-day moving average, right? Until it gets into a bearish time. Then it gets up and it goes on a massive run again. And then a bearish time. Here, it closed the candle above the 21. So let's go through the times it closed the candle above the 21 on the weekly. It closed one right there, and we went from 4,000 to 14K. It closed one right there, and we went from 87 all the way to Valhalla to 864,000. That's an 8X, okay? It closed right there. We went from 45 all the way to 68. It did come back, but it did not lose the 21, you see? It closed the weekly candle above there. That was a beautiful move from 19K all the way to 31. It closed one there, and it was just a shot, but at least it still was a pretty big pump from 27 to 31. This one closed right here, and this was goner. Like, you went from 28,000 all the way to where we're at today at 108. That's a 5X. It did it again for the first time. It never goes below. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. It never goes below. So when you close a weekly candle above the 21, I mean, there you did it, all right, and it was a slump. But you were in, like, you were in some chop. This is a breakout of the falling wedge, just like that and that. This could be a serious signal. And what I was trying to tell people is, I've never used this because I've been using this, the 200, but I'm about to use the 21 like the 200 on the weekly. Open a trade right now and just stay long. Put my stop loss like a little below the 21 here and just let this thing rip. That could be an 8Xer for me, 8.5X, all the way to 140,000. 8 to 1 risk reward ratio, I mean, not 8X, 8 to 1. Like, I put in 100, I can make 800. I put in 10 grand, I can make 80 grand. I may just go 10 for 80 on this trade. Lose 10 grand, so what? I can handle it. You know what I mean? It would be nothing to me. I'd bounce back in a heartbeat. It might be worth me risking 10 grand on that signal because this signal is so strong. And so if I do it, I will show you. It would be a pretty fat trade. And we'll go from there. Probably 10 at like 30X leverage. Be at 300, maybe even a $400,000 trade. I could even get it to be maybe a $1 million trade if like. But this is something that I'm honing in on. And I'd like to find the key entry on the smaller time frames. It's even telling me it could be now. It really could be now in the doldrums of Saturday. So that's something I want you to understand. And I haven't really shown this to anybody. You guys are getting it here real early. All right? All right? Okay. Nice bear trap. And then we got that big resistance at 104,000. So to the clown saying call a short, we're talking about a long-term scenario here. Please get your head out between the bleacher seats. You know what I mean? You fell between the bleacher seats and you got your head stuck in there. Like, get your head out of there, all right? You'll be all right. We'll help you. Okay, so look, you're missing the point. I just gave you sauce that can you could trade this too on multiple assets. Let's actually do something for you. Watch this. Watch what I'm going to do for you now. I'm going to back up this analysis. We're going to go to another asset. We're going to see if this played out the same way, let's just say on Tesla on the weekly. All right? And I could do back testing for you all day to prove to you how these things work. But here we go again. Let's take a look when the weekly closed a 1 hour candle above the 21-day moving average. It did it right here. That was where you would have bought Tesla and put a stop loss on the other side. You never would have lost. You would have gone from 16 all the way to 63. Here again, this weekly candle would have closed. You would have entered with a stop loss on the other side of the 21-day moving average. You would have went all the way from 39 all the way up to 157. My good. Actually, you would have kept this going all the way. Here, another one closed above, and we went on a monster move. So only right there, it's only when you're in chop. So you got to know when you're in chop when it happens. But 99% of the time. Look, if you open right there, big gain. If you open right there, big gain, big gain. And right now, look, Tesla just opened a candle. Oh, no, it didn't get above the 21 yet. There, right there. But I'm just proving to you there. Let's take a look at Walmart. Does Walmart do the same thing? It's a completely different stock. Has nothing to do with it. Every time Walmart on the weekly closed a candle above the 21-day moving average, it went on a massive tear. I'm trying to give you guys like the best sauce in the game. Like, I'm giving you exactly how to trade world markets for the rest of your life, from Forex to orange juice to gold to silver. It does not matter. Do you understand what I'm doing for you? The backtest thing I did took me 20 years of my life. I gave my life away while you guys were out clubbing, while you guys hanging out. I was home alone playing with the charts. While you were at a wedding, while you were at a friend's house, I was home alone playing with the charts. While you were outside at the Bruins game, I was home alone playing with the charts. While you were, maybe you were going, jet skiing. Maybe you were hanging out with your buddies drinking. I was alone in the charts. So I dedicated my life to this information so I could provide it for you at a high rate. You know what I mean? And that's what this channel is about. It's about great value constantly. So I just gave you two massive charts, Tesla and Walmart. And we could do this again. We could go to 20 assets if you want. I could do this all day. And if I didn't convince you that buying when you get above the 21-day, the 21-week moving average, the period moving average on the weekly. 21 period moving average on the weekly is the right way to say it, so no one can say anything. When you were alone in the charts, I was alone in the charts. I love you. Shout out to Naidin Rodriguez. And hey, maybe when I was alone in the charts, you were also alone in the charts. Most of you were. You're my lifers. I don't know why I talk to my lifers like you guys aren't like me, right? All right. Okay, I want a Kiss concert. I was at a Kiss concert. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hey, no, you were probably planting flowers. I'm just messing around. But shout out to everybody here. So the weekly looks good to me. I just want to see a weekly close above resistance. Right there. That's all I want. Remember, the weekly, we ask for small asks. And we get what we get. And we're excited. So all I want is this weekly to close above this open, which is 93,738. Close the weekly above the open, please, and we'll take it. So this doesn't have to go up even more. It could go sideways. Nothing has to happen here. I just want to make sure tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, where I'm in the air on Emirates on my way home back to Orlando, we will, and I'll have some Wi-Fi. I should be able to post something about the candle close on the day there. I will be missing Monday morning stream, everybody, and I will do tomorrow's stream probably a lot earlier. It's going to be at like 7 or 8 in the morning for you guys. But I will do my stream tomorrow, and then we'll keep it kicking, you know. All right, so the weekly looks absolutely beautiful. I just want to get that weekly close. Let's move to the 5-day chart. Remember, Bitcoin's flat where it's been. It was at 96,300. It's at 96,290, 300 now. You didn't miss anything with the actual local price action. Stay with me right now. Stay focused. Stay focused. Always ready with the alpha to drop. Only wanted to wake y'all up and take y'all to the top. Shout out to Crypto Chick. I love you. You've always been behind me since day one. You know, you brought me to my first event ever, Decentral Miami. And since then, look, I'm now in Dubai. You know, you helped me get in that magazine. You changed my life, Crypto Chick. Man, everyone here has done something for me. Like, I'm going to break down. I can't. Not today. But every one of you has done something for me on a mass scale. On a big scale, man. And I really appreciate it. 5-day chart looks beautiful, too. A little bit of a wickage, you know. One thing that we did see, starting to see a little bit here. Honestly, though, yeah, we could say that's bearish div there, the swing down, and that. Nah, but I wouldn't take that as the swing. And they both swing down. I don't see hidden bearish div there. I really don't. I don't. Because the reason being is this is the bearish div here. Swing up and swing down. Then it played out. Now you're looking, and then you had bullish div. The last divergence was the bullish divergence. You see? I can't, yeah, they both slant down, so I can't see that as hidden bearish div. I was entertaining the thought, but it can't be. We take a look at the 3-day chart, and it's like once we broke out of this, we all knew there was going to be flames, man. Flames of fire. And look, we called this, remember when I called the daily flag there? Oh, man. Remember when I gave you the double bottom on the 3-day? You probably forgot. Everybody forgot how many calls. I've given so many calls, people don't remember the calls. Remember when I showed this over and over again and told you it was a W? And W's break 68% of the time. And I said, all you have to do is be a simpleton and play the W and stop doing anything else. You know how many people watched 1,000 charts, did 1,000 things, had to have 1,000 emotions? All they had to do is trade a double bottom? Like, seriously, like, this game is so easy for the simple-minded. Not easy. This game is so much better for the simple-minded. The second you get too complex, you're going to miss out on the actual gains. It's right there in front of you. That's not even uneven projects. I mean, I guess down there it might have been. Yeah. But see, and boom. You know, and I guess it was bullish divvy on the 3-day chart. We're going to get into that. And again, I've told you this before, time and time again. Now it's, last thing. So the 3-day chart boomed. I gave you the hidden bullish divergence. I went over it every single day. Over and over and over again. I showed you the Fibonacci retracement to the 618. I told you that is a coincidence that never happens with low stochastic, and you even had an indicator giving you a divergence. The RSI was preaching towards the dotted line. I teach my kids, look at the RSI. You ready for this? This is going to blow your mind, but you're going to see a massive cup and handle on the RSI. I find cup and handles everywhere all the time. This is ripping. Don't you get it? You see what's happening here? Come on now. Like, let's get real, you know? And so when you see people, look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down, hidden bullish divergence, pull the Fibonacci. This was an identical signal. 618 Fibonacci retracement, 618 Fibonacci retracement. Oversold in the stochastics, bullish div on the stochastic. Oversold in the stochastic, bullish div on the stochastic. Man, this is nuts, right? And you know what's kind of funny too? You want to see something crazy? Like there was a bit of a cup and handle there too. If you look right here, there's a cup, right? Let me show you. There's a cup and a handle there too. Like they're so eerily similar, it's insane. Like there's that cup and handle right there. Look, you can't say that's not a cup and handle. Like you can't. That is the definition of a cup and handle right there. And this thing exploded. Then we have the cup and handle here too. Like it's fascinating to me. And look at the breakout. I love watching stuff like this. So this tells me more to come possibly for Bitcoin. And if you played what we played, I mean, it's also a good time to take some profits at resistance there at 96. We've been taking profits. You know, I've been selling. I sold 97,271. You got to sell the local top. Got to. So boom. I've kind of given my case for why it's likely we're going to continue to the upside for Bitcoin, and not based on my feelings, not based on my emotions, not based on what I think, believe, based on what the charts are conveying. This is what the charts convey. This is what I'm seeing, all right? No BS, man. Shout out to the 1,391 people here on the live, 485 souls banging live in Dubai. Let's go! This is not a game, all right? I'm working over here. You're the man, Sammy. God bless you. Love you, brother. Shout out to JSoul84. I'm going to turn you into the greatest trader on earth, JSoul. 5 years from now, you're not going to believe how amazing you are, man. I know you have it in you to become amazing. You've got this, brother. You've got this. So look, the 3-day chart looking beautiful. Oversold on the stochastics RSI. I mean, overbought, but there's still room to go when you get high. We're a little far away from the 21-day moving average. You see this? That tells me there could be some pullback. And now we go to the daily chart. Now, the daily is the one that you want to kind of be a little stressed about. And you can see, and I don't really care about the price of the Bitcoin. It's just how much Bitcoin at the end of the day can you get your hands on? You know what I mean? So what I'm seeing for Bitcoin here is a pullback for sure. But maybe it's not going to be that deep of a pullback. We have really good support and resistance here starting to form right in this key level. And bounce. So there's a chance that we don't go lower than that. Your bearish scenario is that for some reason you start to fall off and you make a falling wedge. It's the bearish scenario, all right? There is a bear div. That swings up, that swings down. There's a bit of bearish divergence there for sure. Definitely something right there, okay? MACD also kind of bearish on the turn, you know, a bit overbought on the histogram. It's okay. I've seen the MACD and then very overbought on the SRSI. The stochastic RSI, my go-to trading energy signal, right? It tells me where the energy's flowing in cryptocurrency. So we've identified a bearish div on the daily. We've identified overbought regions on the indicators. Are we going for a massive dump back down? The key that we would be looking at is for 90,660 and about 88K. You know, if we lost this key level, it would suggest that we would drop back down to about 88,102, all right? So here's the deal. It does look like Bitcoin may be pulling back slightly. I have two scenarios here that are likely going to occur. First one's first, this makes a very sharp flag. We have no stress at all, and Bitcoin takes off. This is what I'm trading on, and this looks like the likely scenario. Why? Well, it's based off the 21-day moving average and how it's crossing. It's going to touch, and then that's just going to continue to push this to the upside. It looks very similar to this, though. That took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And if you'd like to do that fast, you can just hit shift, hold down, move sideways, and that's going to give you 10 days. Look what I just did for you, right? 9 days, 9 bars, 184,000 on the vol. So beautiful, right? So what I'm looking for is something similar to this behavior. I'm looking for price action to go sideways while it pulls the 21-day moving average up into price action. So I would like to see this 21 continue to moon, meet them right here, and have a rocket ship to the upside. So this is already setting up for a massive move. I like what I'm seeing here. Found you while you were looking at the tendency line. Yeah. Found you while you were looking at the tendency. I don't even know what that meant. I have no idea what he means. Yeah. I can count. Amen. Yacht Holler in here today. Let me know when you're ready, Sam. Yacht Holler. Interesting. You got a yacht for me, man? You need to hit that 89K for that sweet, sweet slingshot effect. I know, right? It could just be a bling. So we're looking for a possible bigger pullback for Bitcoin. What we don't want to see is like, massive bearish engulfing candles on the daily. Right now, it looks like we are getting a bearish engulfing candle. Let's talk about that. Let's break it down. And let me show you what's going on. So this candle, you can put this green candle inside of that red candle. That's a bearish engulfing candle. You could put this candle in that candle. That was a bullish engulfing candle. Now, you're going to see some consolidation here. A couple things could happen. Head, shoulder, shoulders, they dump them down. Or we get tight and we break on out. Or you just, Bitcoin gets lazy, falls off the edge. I'm seeing is just come down, come up, come down, come up. Make a beautiful flag, let us reach, and boom. Now, I'm just waiting for this behavior. Now, we could jump and just continue to dump. I get it. We can make a shoulder, make some, it could be, look, shoulder, head, and some right shoulders. Might be making a head and shoulder pattern, right? I'm open-minded to anything. And when it happens, I'll be able to show you because I'm ready to see all the different things that are going down. Bitcoin's been flat the entire stream. It's 96,272. Never expect for me to come on Saturday night and make gains. Very rare. Of like 50 Saturday night shows, I'm probably going to make gains on like maybe 4 or 5 of them, unless we're in like some monster bull run. Shout out to Sam LV. This guy's awesome, man. I just wanted to kind of spotlight him. Number one, he has my name. But he's an American, he's a UFC fighter. He fought the last fight. He's 38 years old from Waterford, Wisconsin, 6'2", 188 pounds. Such a nice guy. They call him Smiling. He's always in a good mood, man. And last night, he did great. He did great. Post-UFC karate combat last night. During the broadcast, 53s announced how he would defend against cruiserweight. Boom. Oh, they got his next fight, but he won by final. Yeah, right here. In the 90 Facts, Time Sprong karate, he won by final knockout on the second round. He knocked out Sprong. It was sick. It was an amazing knockout. And I was there for it live right there announcing it. It was awesome. So shout out to Sam Alvey. He really inspired me. And there was some warm kindness about him, man, too. Like he was in control, but he also felt like he was a guy that was full of love. And everyone said they had nothing but great things to say about him. So pretty cool, man, to have that reputation in the space. And he's there for crypto. He does a lot for the... If they're out there getting karate crypto out there, you know what I'm saying? They're doing it big. Look, that indicator is vicious. That bounce was insane. And you can see it. Now the 1 hour is a little spent. So it's kind of what happened there on the day is the 1 hour may actually come back down. So let's continue on the analysis. So the daily sideways price action possibly here as we form the flag, right? 12 hour, 22. Then we take a look at the 8 hour. It really looks like this level may hold here on the 8 hour time frame. So here's the deal. If you're a bull, you really want to see 96,166 hold. You lose that, it's 93.8. And you lose that, little stop at 92, and then a massive drop to 88K. So it would be better off that we consolidate nice and clean here before a bigger move to the upside, right? I would love something like this for the monster pump. And again, only time will tell. You do not want to lose 95,000, basically even. Some wicks above it, but don't want to lose 95,000 even. Just something that, you got to watch out for. Bitcoin, baby. Doing damage. So that's kind of where we stand here. And there's a resistance to it, about 98K, 97,950, right? So I do see some downside on the 1 hour time frame now that we made the flag. So let's take a look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour too. 4 hours getting oversold, which ain't bad, but it could easily slump down and just kind of continue down. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, 24 to 30 hours, we just kind of slowly trend down and then try to get back out. I still see there's a shoulder head and a right shoulder that could still propel us further to the downside as well. But only time will tell, one step at a time. But I keep my projections in case. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. Let's take a look now at the 1 hour time frame. And again, that same kind of idea with remember earlier today, shoulder head, right shoulder, I put the neckline and we dumped. And so same thing with Bitcoin here. And it is hovering 275. It's right at the buy there that I just made. If you're just joining the channel, I just bought about $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. Add it to the stack. You know what I mean? Make sure you're buying Bitcoin when other people are fearful, when other people are confused, when the markets don't seem right. That's when I'm buying Bitcoin. Not on the great days, not when it's perfect, not when everything's rolling, not when it's all green. No. When people say we're dumping, when people think things aren't going their way, when people are getting very emotional, it's the best time, in my humble opinion. Not only is it a good time for the asset, risk averse, but it's also good for people. They tend to shovel away things at lower prices when they're not thinking clearly, right? So they'll panic sell Bitcoin to you, and you'll be able to get a good price. I'm hopeful for a big bull run, but also ready for the slow rolling market for a bit. Just joined before the Trump coin and almost gave up for a while. Hey, you got to stay strong. You know, Trump never would have given up. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. I see a head and shoulder pattern forming. I got to say, it's mixed signals on a weekend day. So I'm not going to be trading small time frames for sure. But that has some bearish vibes for me. Exactly. Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. I definitely have some sketchy vibes on that. So not looking amazing with the rejection of about 96,500 for Bitcoin. You know, now you figure, even if it dumps, it could come down something like this. And if it makes the right shoulder, then its punishment is somewhere right around there, right? That right shoulder is going to punish the longs to the downside, take you all the way to about 93,861 for Bitcoin. All right. I just started my second month of the Discord. It's amazing the amount of info available. I really believe this to be a life-changing opportunity. Thank you, Sam, of the Lifer Group. I hope, Sam, AWR, if we look at others, please just be interested to see an analysis on since they have some time, and you showed me them a while back. +1, Neil. Thank you so much, Crypto Billy. All right, so, I'm looking for this to kind of slowly pull back, and then the bounce. If we get a bounce, it looks like it's going to be until we get to 95,571 for Bitcoin. Again, I could be wrong, but that's the key levels that we got a lot of support and resistance, and it makes a lot of sense. And it's got a cup and handle in a way, just so I can say it. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Sammy, cup and handy, but the two handles left the group, you know. But like that, I mean, that still looks like it could blast off. Now, I would take that deep wick with that to that. And that tells you get to about 100,668 for Bitcoin. Someone wants me to go to AWR. I'll be nice enough to get that done for you. Let's take a look at AWR. Sam, AWR, if we look. And now that's not even a coin, right? Yep. So I jumped in and I took someone's comment that wasn't even a super chat. AWR. Oh, yeah, all will retire. I remember that one. See? My brain sparked. I forgot. You got to say meme from now on. I'm looking at traditional markets, looking, why don't I have this thing? What's going on? Shout out to Weeks for the Weeks water. All right. And verify you are a human band. Oh, I got my Vos. I got my Vos, man. I'm only drinking Vos while I'm out here. And there's all these GORKs, fake GORK. Watch out for a lot of fake GORK coins, man, out here. Just be careful. People are still getting caught up by this. You know, it's a whole thing out here. This thing did look interesting to me, though. You know, I know when something has a buzz in it. And look, I put it out there. They dolphin dipped it, but they did pump it. And it looks like they may take it to the target. So I'm going to the top of the Burj Khalifa tomorrow, and I paid for a VIP visit, so you don't have to wait in line. You go right to the top, boom, boom, boom. On top of that, what I also did is I paid for a VR experience where you scale the outside wall of the Burj Khalifa. I said, Jamie, you want to do it? He's like, so we're both going to be in VR scaling down the side of the building. I just can't. I'm mind blown. So they have a VR experience at the top of the Burj Khalifa. I paid for it. It was like $580 for both of us. We're going tomorrow at 11 a.m. And if I'm going to videotape as much as I can and show you guys what it's like, it's going to be mind-blowing. So anyone ever do the virtual reality atop of Burj Khalifa, let me know. I've never heard anyone do it. No one told me they've done it. The Burj Khalifa. Hey, chat, I'm ready to follow Sam of the 99. Sam's energy, humor, and knowledge is unmatched. My question is, how do I start? What's the best program to start buying into? Any advice is appreciated. If you want to jump on in, the best way is to go to CryptoLifer.com. You go to this beautiful browser of your web browser, and you type in cryptolifer.com. I take you to my beautiful website that I've built, my team and I have built for you. Hit the join us now, all right? And please subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription. I never take a day off. I will never talk down to you. I will talk tough to you. Like I will give you some tough love. I'll make sure you're doing what you got to do. I will help discipline you so you can find your way and stay focused. All right. You can also jump into leverage mastery, which I think is you should maybe get into the group, get associated. Give yourself some time. If you've been trading longer and you want more, leverage mastery is a very interesting concept that'll blow your mind. How to tailor your risk management and emotion control. Pre-recorded introductory class to access to leverage mastery section. You'll love it. I also teach a course once a week if you want to jump on into there. But my thing is that, so there you are. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. All World Retire. Let me take a look here. AWR at All World Retire. And remember when I bought $84,000 Bitcoin? I was down 10K when it went to 74,000. I just bought a little more. When we go down lower, I'm going to buy $5,000 more to offset this $5,000. You see what I'm saying? And just make the balance. It's about having more Bitcoin than you had before. Don't you understand this? I could buy this Bitcoin. It could go down to 2.7. That's not what it's about. It's about understanding. So one thing I want to show you is this coin actually looks hot. See how it rounded the top? That's a cup and handle. Looks like this thing's getting ready for a move. I'll have to be honest. It's also got the Adam and Eve there, and I've studied this pattern. It's been playing out many times. This coin looks like it's about to pop, and again, it is a meme. It's so sketchy. It could go to zero. You know what I mean? High risk. Like, I'd much rather, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but, Bitcoin better play for sure. You know what I mean? Even though you may not make as much on the X side, it's a more way better and safer investment, in my humble opinion. This does look like it could get busy. I may throw 3 SOL on this to see where it goes. How do you buy this coin? I'm going to show you. I'm going to go over to Jupe. Oh, I have to buy it on my phone, actually. Damn, I don't have my Phantom wallet installed on this computer. So, but I could buy it on my phone, and I'll show it to you. I'll show my team how I buy it on the phone, right? Shout out to my sisters watching the Kentucky Derby together. My dad's favorite thing to do, and and today's 3-3. Today's a special day. It's 5-3. It's the third, not 3-3, but it's 5-3. And Cinco de Mayo coming in just 2 days, man. I started my second month. It's available. Thank you, Sam, for the group. I really believe this to be. I thank you for saying that, man. And we got super chats coming on in there. We're gonna respect whoever did that cryptex. And we got Matthew. Can you do a quick look at PUNDIX.com? PUNDIX coin. Yeah, we'll look at PUNDIX. No, but I replayed 300 Australian style down a mountain on Jeju Island in South Korea. Oh my gosh, man. Why ask for a discount? I paid my yearly off with the first 2 weeks of joining, the $99. Yeah, the discount is the fact that I'm here every day giving free information. Like, you don't even have to buy the trading group. You can just show up every day. That's your discount. Your discount is that I give you to you for free every day. It's like, there's no need of a discount. You ask for a discount when you go to a clothing store. I'm giving you knowledge that you use for the rest of your life. There's no discounts on that knowledge. That knowledge is just like I don't lower my standards for everybody. I don't lower my prices for anybody. I know what I got. I spent 20 years getting this gold. I ain't giving this gold out for free. I do, actually, which is crazy. I just gave you the 21 on the weekly, man. You could have seen what happened there. I gave you gold there. I showed you how to make long-term moves that could pay you heavily, but that might go over a lot of people's heads. I can't force it on them. This, to me, looks like it's going to move. And I know I've been watching this coin since it was, and then the bear market, it just rounded to bottom, but it's been strong. All will retire. It's got a good concept, good idea, good name. And it's got a great community. Maybe 2.5 risk-reward ratio, just because it's a little sketchy. If you ever see this is disappearing on you, go to your settings and go to Always Show Stats. It's going to be in your style, and you're going to click right here. Always Show Stats. That's going to keep it from disappearing. It's annoying when it keeps disappearing. It's nice when you want the charts open, but it's annoying when you want to see what you're doing. And I would keep the stop loss at 2.5 risk-reward ratio. But that looks like it could make gains. Now, I usually do 3-to-1. Remember that. So I'm cutting corners a little bit on my risk, but that's okay. I do it like twice a year. It's very rare I don't do 3 to 1. And I don't know anyone who owns this coin. I don't own this coin. Like, it's back on my radar yet again. And it's tightening. It's in a cup in hand. That breaks out 68% of the time, so maybe even a little more. I could see a pretty big breakout here coming. Pretty crazy. So Bitcoin, meandering, but starting to do what we think it's going to do. Just kind of go sideways inside this pocket. We know if we lose 95.5, we're going to come to the point of control there at 94.9, and then fall right back down there to 93,699. So we've got to heed both of these. They could happen at any moment depending on how the situation goes. But right now, I like the fact that we got that bullish divvy, and it could help us a little bit, slightly. At the same time, you can see we are starting to come further down on the smaller time frames too as well. Sorry about that. And now we're getting a bearish engulfing candle on that 1 hour time frame. See that? So we hit the high of basically 96.5. But look, now the dump is coming. But that could be a shoulder, head, right shoulder too as well. Very crazy volatile price action with less people in the market. So just, take a chill pill. Like, I don't feel like I have to be in a trade right now. I can chill. I don't have to be inside a trade. Understand? Okay. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell here. Help, I'm in a shell. What size of nut would it make a shell this large? So bad, so bad, so bad. Shout out to the 1,461 people here on the live. 579 likes. $16 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. And they're buffering me again. Just get through the buffer. It looks like we get buffered like once every 10 or 20 minutes here. And then we get through. More buffering here, though, than at my home office in the hotel. That was actually pretty flawless over there. So my next stream will be from back in my hotel tomorrow at, o'clock my time or 3 o'clock my time. I think 4 o'clock my time, which will be 8 a.m. And then the next time you see me probably will be Monday night because the flight's so long. All right. So I will miss my Sunday night weekly candle close. I'm sorry. And I will miss my Monday morning stream, which is my best stream ever. I get it. But once I get back to Sarasota, it will be 3 weeks of hot and heavy action. And we'll be coming at you from the home studio. And I never miss, man. And we have full-blown internet and everything's going to be back to normal. We still made gains this week, though, so you can't complain. And things are ripping and running the way they should be. So, yeah, it's lagging. This secret hand doesn't want Sammy giving us the alpha for the gains. Exactly. Filecoin looking to Starlink. Yeah. If we lag, we reload. Exactly. It's not going anywhere. We're going to make it through. We're going to make it through. We're going to make it through. All right. Now, by the power invest, I'm going to send an electrical signal right now into the computer. Watch this. Something happened. Oh, my God. What did I just do? The whole building flashed. Did you see that? Something happened. They're reloaded, man. It's lag city here in Dubai, man. It's lag city. I use this same computer, same settings all around the world, all different places from Vegas to the Vineyard to Boston to, you name it, Consensus, Texas. And so, cut off every few seconds, yeah. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sorry, I know, right? I'm going to just keep pushing and see if eventually we jump back on, and then I'm going to kind of, stream actually wasn't too bad, though. Really, I only wanted to show you Bitcoin, and I got to do that. So, I got to do what I needed to do. We don't go too hard on altcoins, you know what I mean? Considering... When's Sam coming back? I know, right? And we got ZBN, Flare, and PUNDIX coin. And it's crazy because what's weird about it is I get it's a very strange way it happens because I have no notifications on my actual like there's no notifications on my actual streaming software, which would be bugging out right now, giving me errors. It's only coming on the actual like YouTube live stream widget area. So that's what's strange about it. You know, this one's more prolonged than last time. I don't know if the building uses internet to do some type of security system, and when the security, I don't know what's going on, man. Honestly, it's a bit sad, and I'm happy I'm leaving tomorrow. We barely made it out alive. You know, God took care of me somehow, some way. But yeah, going back to my Hody tomorrow, and we'll have to tell him like we got to figure something out over there. Wow, this thing ripped though. GORK did do some damage, huh? I thought I was looking at GORK, but on the on deck screener. Wow. I would see it's consolidated, and then it could continue all the way up to about 0.1216 for BTC. All right. I really like what I'm seeing for GORK, though. That looks consolidative, and it's got a lot of movement to it. Look at that. It's still up if you just got it where you're at and you stayed in it. Coin's still up about $159,000. It's pretty, I mean, 159%. It's pretty awesome if you think about it. And Bitcoin getting a little bounce here back to 96,086. And again, we could just bounce. Now, what we don't want to see is shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like, you know, anything could happen. Could be a bearish day. We could see a bigger dump. We do not want to lose the daily 200 MA. If we do that, this is a bull trap, and there is some lower lows coming for Bitcoin. So, anything, I have to be open-minded that things that I don't foresee, or foreshadow, or don't believe could happen, they could happen. Anything could happen. Fair and greeted at 65, a pullback back to 50 would be nice, considering we're at 10 since now. You don't just go all the way up. You got to kind of come back a little bit. It's another reason we may get some type of smaller pullback for Bitcoin. And you can see clear weekly support at 86K. As long as you don't lose 86K, it's also a very strong support section for Bitcoin. And I guess I'm just going to, you know, exercise I'm going to exercise my voice here. Now, shout out to Weeks for the Weeks trophy, the Ultimate Stream Streak Award, which is pretty nice. Very, very considerate. That award means a lot to me. Like, to go to Dubai and get that award and never miss a day while I'm here, too. Amazing. Amazing. And it's really like unfair with the internet because like I build a studio, I go out of my way, I have a whole show plan. I sat here today thinking how I do the show. I thought of how I was going to show you guys while I was in the cab. I took a nap when I woke up. I'm thinking how I'm going to give you guys the 21 on the weekly. Like throughout the day while I'm eating with people I'm planning how I'm going to teach you guys the next thing, the next cool idea. And I'm doing it all day long in my mind. All right, let's take a look at the super chats here. We have ZBCN. We have Flare, and we have PUNDIX coin. PUNDIX, an oldie but goodie from back in the day, man. I remember my guy getting back into that like in 2017. Let's look at the ZBCN network. Wow, it had a huge pump on the weekly, and you can see the last time I had it in this falling wedge flag here. ZBCN. Even that little flag, but a dolphin dipped, and then it went on a massive tear. But you can even see it just continuing to pump further to the upside. Now what? Well, the 4 hours a little far away from the 21-day moving average. So if you're bullish, you're going to make it maybe, you know, some type of flag like this. If you're bearish, you might make a deeper flag. Anything, I would wait for the stochastics RSI to possibly reset. I'd put an alert right here on the stochastics by hitting that plus sign. When the stochastics hit that dotted line, we're going to know. And then I'd be looking for a move here to about, I don't know, 00241. But it may come down. You may be able to get it right when it retests this wick or that top channel somewhere at 0015215. I would look at this progressing. If it goes more sideways, we get in there and pump it. If it goes downwards, we wait for it to get down and we pump it. The 21 and where price action is will teach you so much. And if the stochastics can reset while all this is happening, you're going to even be in an even better spot. And what I mean by reset is the stochastics going to go further down to the dotted line here. All right. You're counting your wallet while Sammy is making your days count. High risk, Sammy looks out for the lifers. It's just for the fun and the memes and maybe get lucky. BTC in the main is where the security's at. Amen. Yeah. Ondo is E for now. Yeah. They probably have on their modem. That's why it's not going. Yeah. Alts are chilling until Bitcoin dominance ever comes down. Yeah. Your hotel streams didn't lag near as much. I know. Not at all. Not at all. I did this to be nice. You know what I mean? Oh, we're back to an excellent connection. So let's fight through the stream. And again, we're almost done with the stream. 20 more minutes. It is our morning update on Saturday, right? So, hey, we got back. I had faith that we were going to get back, and we did. Excellent connection right now. And the stream will go on, man. So Flare, people are excited. Flare and XRP seem to have made a move. And Flare is finally saying, hey, I'm around. Remember, we got all that free Flare if you held XRP. It took us forever to get our Flare. We finally got it. You could have gotten it from Coinbase. Coinbase did the Flare distribution, and they did it a fair Flare. That's a good Boston accent. They did a fair Flare distribution over here, bro. Totally, bro. It was Flare. It was Flare fair. Fair for Flare, guys. Flare was in the air. Flare was in the air. Every single day, shout out to you here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, the greatest show on earth. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better show. Nothing. You can't feel better. You can't get more energy. Like, you will never be uplifted faster in such a more energetic way than on my show, man. I know it. My mom gave me the spirit. My dad was amazing. And I live with the passion of the coyotes. Oh. Flare, man, all the way up to 02719. I could see this thing erupting. Bitcoin 2 plays ball. Bitcoin flops around, maybe not, but this starts to look pretty good. Did you watch my top-down analysis? We brought down Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, but it does suggest we're going to get a continuation here to the upside here for Bitcoin. So we're getting closer and closer to this apex of this giant rising wedge. And to me, it's only a matter of time till it breaks out. As long as the 4-hour hangs above the 200 MA, we're good. If the 4-hour ever closes the candle below that, then I would start to concede, to basically bend the fact that we're going to dump. PUNDIX, it was a small, if I remember correctly, it was like micropayment system, PUNDIX, from what I remember. Wow, PUNDIX bouncing from 30 all the way back up to 64 cents. So it went up 100%. And basically from Monday all the way to Friday. So in 5 days, it made 100% gains. Not bad at all. If I'll take that any day of the week, any month of the week. And say, is it going to bounce like this? Very strange pattern, though. It's, I've never really had to trade a pattern like that. That's almost like a slanted M in a bit. Bitcoin back to 96,178, 228 even, and it's getting a bounce. And you can see this bounce right there. Like, that's pretty strong. Did that guy just buy BTC? He did, though. More Bitcoin. You got to be greedy when others are fearful. You got to be, I have to be greedy when others feel. You got to do whatever makes you happy, but I'm not a financial advisor, but I am greedy when others are fearful for sure. Just has to be the play. I'd like to see this 5-minute get back above the 2. If that happens, that could be a vicious move here for Bitcoin. So PUNDIX, I'm really not sure what to take of it. I see resistance as support though, and I'd like to see it just get tight. Bounce and get tight right there and then break on out. The measured move takes you to about 95, 94, 95 area there. Super chats, GPU. Let's take a look at GPU and see what's happening here for GPU. Node AI. This coin was hot, but I personally wasn't a fan of it as reversal status. It's like Casper got the reversal. ADA got some reversal. Even Chainlink, Atom a little bit, but this coin's still really at the bottom of its barrel. And I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern. I see a shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so just in the interim, I do see a pullback here. That doesn't look good to me. I wouldn't trade that. Probabilities are there. My Coinbase got for all my... My Coinbase got hacked the other day for all my assets. It must be on you, man. Everyone that says they gave their password to somebody else or something strange. And I don't want to guarantee it. Anything could happen to anybody at any time. But, man, a bit odd, right? A bit odd. A bit of oddity. The Goonies, he told you not to look. To look at them. You know. Anyone ever deal with Coinbase? I mean, yeah, a couple times. They've been pretty good to me. But I don't do funky stuff on my exchanges like I see a lot of people, though. They're doing some real strange behavior. It's crazy, man. Karate combat, good times, man. And look, they had it going here, so like this was the coolest part about it. Like, and here later on, I'm sitting there just, there I am right there, just doing the game, man. It was so sick. Saying funny stuff. I like this when when he got hit, I'm up there just bugging out. When he finally ended the fight, it was epic. It was just a good time, man. Good times all around. What a good night it was, man. What a good night.
There we go.
Wow.
This is where he's going to knock him out, right here, I believe.
I'm sorry. I don't know if Sam has anger in him.
No, when he's
He knocks him out right here. He gives him this little hook. He gives him a left hook, and then he hits him with the right. Oh, he gives him a right hook and hits him with the left, I think.
That's because he knows it's time.
Someone
After
right.
years of being vicious, we turn kind. You know what I mean?
some do.
Yeah.
The best one.
Such a good fight, man.
Oh,
Yep.
come on, boy. Let's get it.
It's amazing.
Kill the Rob this round, you know.
Boom. Right here. Boom. Boom. And that was it. Then he gives him a crack. And there it is. It's like there I am standing up. It's such a fight, man. What a night, man. What a night. What a night. What a night. I said, can you pull the fib? Best trade right now is the short Swede at 285. Anyone that thinks their best trade is on a Saturdays probably got their mind a little off. Swede did look like it was in a head and shoulder pattern, though. Likely to fall further to the downside here. It's interesting to see the altcoins kind of falling off a little more than Bitcoin. And you can tell, maybe people are selling their altcoin gains for a little bit of BTC. Right now, let's just take a look at Swede. And, you know, you got these, you got three, you know, 1, 2, 3, and you break the neckline. Suggests you can go further to the downside all the way right there to the high volume node at about 3 beans, right? Key level that you're looking for Bitcoin. Hi, Sam. Can you pull the fib from 93.6 to 618? The daily 20 MA for the next pump. Thank you. I'm all set, though. God bless you, bro. Yeah. I can't pull other people's fibs. Yeah, I show my stuff, and that's it. I never like to be told what to do with my TA. I love you, though. I appreciate it. It's just a real stubborn thing. I just can't do it. I won't do it just yet. Maybe one day I will, but right now I'm not doing that. I have enough stuff that I've already planned out that I want to show you that you'd have to call my manager and ask him before the show if you want to implement that into the show, because we've already gone through pre-production, man. All right. Yeah, that does look like it's going to go down to 310, maybe even 385. I think you may be spot on there. And, you know, you can see you clearly lost a key level. You're below the 200 MA. Swede got absolutely pushed. The high there was 380. I mean, wow, 389. And it peaked 3 times in a row. It does look like you're going to see Swede somewhere down to $3. Does that mean I'm going to sell Swede? I think Swede's just something I should stick away for a long period of time and come back to at another time. Don't stress the small time frames here when it comes to Swede, because you could get caught up in the game, you know. But if you were swing trading, it does look like it's a possible beautiful swing trade. Anything is possible. And my last day here, man, I went pink for y'all. Pink shirt, pink tie. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the pink? Anyway, all right, I got a couple more things to show you here. Are there any hot coins? This one setup right now that I looked at, and I did post it to the trading group earlier today. We already looked at it together, but it's something that I'm kind of glancing on. I mean, right now, though, I'll be honest, I could put up a bunch of setups. I want to say this to the trading group, but if you start to see altcoins falling off, like you can see alts kind of falling off right now. Interesting. Bitcoin's sitting flat right now at 96,000, but it did just make a lower high. It may start to slump further to the downside here. Just be careful. Remember, I'm not in a Bitcoin trade right now for any reason. I've just, it's just not the time. I want to see DEGEN bounce off the bottom of this trend here and continue further to the upside. That's what I'm looking at. Do you gamble, Sammy? No, I don't. I don't see any reason to gamble, no. I play squares every Super Bowl. I play some squares, man. That's about it when it comes to gambling, yeah. Sam, I'd love to see what you think of SERV. That's a great way to ask me. Let's take a look at SERV Robotics and see what it says here for the NASDAQ. Well, SERV Robotics just bounced off the low and broke above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. Just like I teach my students, that would be an entry with a stop below the 200 MA, and that would have gotten you some gains already today, okay? Now, let's zoom out of these smaller time frames and just get into the weekly here for SERV. I got to look at the bigger time frames when I look at stuff. So this coin came out, or this thing came out in 2024, so it's very early coin, a very early asset, sorry. Now, it's only been out for about a year. It came up, went sideways, pumped, came back down. Looks a lot like a meme coin or like a regular altcoin. It looks pretty beat up. SERV Robotics. It broke out on the weekly, though. You see, like, it did break that weekly resistance here. And you can see, I mean, it's already starting its way further to the upside. Let's go back to the 3-day chart. 3-day chart looks good to me, too. But you're kind of looking for that right shoulder now. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to break you on out of here to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And again, when these moving averages get tight, they tend to pump up to the 200 MA. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, I don't know, day or two, this goes sideways after the weekend. Maybe it's Thursday, Friday. It starts to go more, it starts to pump. Yeah, I'd look for a pump here on like Thursday, Friday. I'm going to come back to this at another time. Let's put an alert here. I can put an alert by putting a vertical line here, right-clicking it, and saying add alert on the vertical. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Sammy, fist pumping both hands. Let's go. Yep. Sean has just reported the most fees according to the Cointelegraph, and technical analysis looks good. It's pretty good, honestly. And Justin and Sun looked good last night. The whole Tron ecosystem did look like it was going to go on some type of tear. Something was going on with it. It's got a lot of love, for sure. Look. Premium index, TRX premium index. See this? I remember it's TRX though, that's why. I just want to look at spot trading on Binance. What's crazy though is everything is consolidating and looking interesting. Like we're really expecting these to break out. Sad thing is they could go either way and, could go down and get it down there. It's looking really, really nice. I'd watch this and keep him on our radar. Tron's hot right now, but we got to get that bounce. I mean, buying the red right now is, hey, you do whatever make you happy, but buying the red right there, to me, gets me a bit interested, for sure, because I know there's opportunity in there that other people can't see or won't take advantage of, right? So tightness here at the end of TRX. I put an alert there, so I'll be alerted to find out what the TRX team does, and I'll be all over it, all right? TRX looks interesting to me, though, and it's getting tighter, but just a little sketchiness in the air the next couple of days with the lower volume and the pump we had earlier. All right. SWI is easily one of the best technology in the blockchains. The only thing that bothers me is their marketing and the way they overhype events. It bothers you? It doesn't bother you. It may be something you point out. I don't know if it bothers you. Does it really bother you? Nothing should bother you, technically. Should be able to be untethered or untether yourself from being bothered, you know. I'm untethered from being bothered. Hey. I wish I could see what Sam sees when he draws his doodles. You will if you keep coming back. Cosmic Lover, I swing Sui 3 times. Pays good. It does. The liquidity is pretty good for Sui. I sold my Sui again. Made 35% on a swing. I love hearing this. Can you check BOOKMAP? No, I'm all set. God bless you, though. You'll get it in the trading group right at the end of the stream. So, yeah, you'll be all set. And here we are with 96,100 for Bitcoin. It's just going to come back down. It looks like we're going to come back down to 92.6 and refigure out what's happening here. That's what I see. That does look bearish, you know, like you're going to head further. But I say you just go up. You come down. It's going to take you some time to go sideways. If we go down, we go down. I don't have a huge trade yet. I don't see anything I really want to jump into. So I'm waiting it out. I'm waiting it out for the better time. We looked at GPU. Thank you. Let me take a look at the fan funding. Make sure I don't miss anything out there. In total 3 settings, a daily is setting a daily bull flag. We'll take a look at that. Hey, I mean, you could find that out on my weekly candle close video. Hey, Sam, can you look at TOSHI? Bless. Sam, can you look at GPU? PUNDIX coin. Yeah, we looked at all those. Thank you so much. Now we'll take a look at TOSHI. And yeah, TOSHI was the last one that someone asked me. TOSHI is Brian Armstrong's cat. Just to make it clear, right? I mean, yep. I mean, look at this. There's something funny going on with these, but look at that. I mean, I would short that so hard. Look at shoulder, head, shoulder. Let that thing go. That's a head and shoulder dumping on you right now as we speak. Pretty weird, right? Like, but that looks bearish. Yeah. Let me jump back into the chat, see what people are saying here. And may God bless each and every one of you. I've been running on adrenaline for the last few days, man. Bart Simpson on all the altcoins. Yeah, let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wow, look at that. Altcoins getting ruggeried, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Bitcoin finally getting the pullback. And, you know, I'm not overly bullish here for Bitcoin. I was looking for the bounce earlier today on the 1 hour, but we got overbought on the 1 hour time frame. You have to remember that. I see this head and shoulder pattern about to dump. That's a head and shoulder. I'll short that for you guys. And that has a 68% chance of going to the downside, period, right? I'll show you how to short that. You short it, all right? I mean, you lost the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. That's my known short signal, and you're gone, baby, gone. So this is what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. And then we know the 1 hour's overbought because we tracked it up all day. It could bounce, but that's a head and shoulder pattern. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. So when we short, it's like so. So yeah, that would be the short technically. Now, I don't like to short Bitcoin too much, honestly. And on the weekend, it's pretty sketchy. I would have to have 2 levels of supportive resistance above me. Go for the lower low, like this. So I'd have to say I would go for 91,999. And then I would say that my stop would be at like 92,785. Yeah. 97,285. So take profit. So now I'm short Bitcoin. You see, I just opened a short. Okay. I just felt like it was the right thing to do right now with the probability. Okay. All right. Now, next C2, sometimes open two shorts. You know what I mean? But same idea. You put it in here. It's the exact same idea. I do see a move further down, somewhere to about $94,041 for BTC. All right. And Bitcoin kind of starting to drop a little more. So don't be surprised when you're at 94K. And that's not too big of a deal. And we have some resistance here too. So let's go back to the drawing board. Let's take a look at our worst case scenario for BTC. And the total market cap, I mean, you can clearly see it doesn't look amazing. It was starting this beautiful flag that looked like it was going to do damage, right? Then it kind of broke down, broke back inside. We could almost extend this, though. And when you're out, you know, we all been out on the road, all the people that are in crypto. And all of us that go on the road, we really help crypto move. We're building each other up. We're meeting people around the world that have a similar idea, focus, and story. And we're becoming worldly. We have friends from every continent, friends that, you know, we travel the world together. We see things. Crypto is a big deal, right? And so, look, you get a trophy, and you get a trophy, and you get a trophy, and trophies for everybody. All right? God bless every single one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on into the stream. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to start. That is an M pattern here, and it's a clear resistance. And, you know, there's a chance we go down. Now you could go shoulder, head, right shoulder, and break on out of here. Wait for tomorrow morning. See if this bounces and get tight, and then altcoins could be in for a massive move. This could just be one last little shakeout before a bigger pump to the upside. Remember that. One last little shakeout before a pump to the upside. And again, I usually don't like to short Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if the short doesn't play out because it's just not my thing. But hey, I'm going to go for the shoulder, head, and shoulder and see what happens. Either I got stopped out or I win. And I'll show my trading group exactly what happens here later on. So again, same thing for this. We need the bounce here and the tightness. Otherwise, we're getting some monster move to the downside. That's just facts, right? Those are the facts. Let me jump back into the chat, see how the chat's doing. Bitcoin dominance is so high. It's a football team. Have to look on Google. We won the championship. God bless you, man. Thank you. Crypto lovers, sounds like you have a good plan. Been in crypto for 5 years, and my trades are getting simpler and simpler. Amen. Bull run ended. Stop dreaming. Really? You think the bull run ended? Wow, you have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, God bless you, though. Who here thinks the bull run has ended? Let's do a poll here. All right? So I showed him hidden bullish divergence. I showed him Fibonacci's. I showed him so much, and he just like can't even see it. So did the bull run end already? And I'd like to get a bunch of you guys out here. Did the bull run end already? Did the crypto? I'll be specific. Did the crypto bull run end already? And there's the poll out there. Let me know what you guys think. Did you think that the crypto bull run ended or no? Let me know. Let me know. So there's going to be a select few altcoins that could still possibly make some gains here. I really like AERGO. I think it could do numbers over time. Just because the market's struggling a little bit, I believe it's you know, it's got a good team. It always seems to hire the right guys, and yeah, it could do serious changes for the way. I just like AERGO. Let me show you something about what this coin does. I remember I first learned about this coin, I want to say 2.5 years ago. It's 21 cents. Again, I don't have it in my portfolio or anything, but it describes itself as an open source enterprise blockchain platform optimized for hybrid deployments, which consists of both permission and permissionless blockchains. Okay, and it's designed for enterprise case uses, infrastructure for enterprise developers to host dApps based on AERGO chain. Offers a small contract engine to support Lua and SQ, and private blockchains on the AERGO platform run a proof of authority consensus mechanism powered Raft algorithm, while the public blockchain network, the AERGO mainnet, runs a Byzantine fault-tolerant delegated proof-of-stake mechanism. To vote and manage block partners, users are able to use platform-grade cloud providers such as large telecommunications firms to vote. Okay? And it's secured by a multifaceted incorporating both technical and architectural safeguards. I mean, it's an interesting concept. Doesn't have tons and tons of competition really when you think about it, and shows up to a lot of the events too. So AERGO or AERGO, if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Look, but that has the same sweet head and shoulder. Look for that to consolidate and just say no. You know. All right. All right. Hey, Sam, can you look at TOSHI? Yeah, I got to look at TOSHI now. Sorry about that. I think TOSHI is on... I think TOSHI's on MEXC too as well. Yeah, we looked at TOSHI. I see it going further to the downside. Sorry, I forgot I did that already. I see TOSHI headed lower. It looks like it is. And look, Bitcoin at 95,897 now. And I'm on weeks here with the short. And we'll see how this plays out on the short. Also, my internet, I feel like was sketchy. I got like this bad order on here, but whatever. We'll go back. I'll show the trade later on. But 95.9 holding. It does say we're going to drop further down to 94,000. I'm in and out on the short. It's just like I guess a scalp. When you make big money throughout the week, anywhere between 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand, it's good to just kind of, take it easy. Everyone, I'm jumping out here for the day. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you all, and I really, really appreciate it. Look out for the update. It's going to be Saturday night live stream. It's going to be very hard for me to keep that up. It's going to be 4 in the morning for me, and that's going to be in about 8 hours from now. So I probably will not make it to the Saturday night live stream tonight. I greatly apologize that, but I am already like a couple times here during the stream. I faded out. I don't know if you why. I was like, my brain is shot. I need to get home back to the United States, and I need to get some rest. I've done everything I can for the crypto community, for my entire business, for my family, for everyone that works with my team, and for me and my dreams. So I love you all. I thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I entered a short. I gave you all the parameters for the short. It's already in the money if you took the short, and I'll give you guys more feedback at another time. May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. God bless. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll have another live. We will live stream tomorrow about 8 a.m. So you'll see me tomorrow at 8 a.m. So just, like a normal weekday. You don't get your double weekends like you normally do, but it's good enough. I love you guys, but I will keep you updated. You'll get an update probably about 2, 3 in the morning your time before I go to bed. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Gratitude is number one. I'll see you soon.